everyone. I wanted to give my take on the debate. I watched it once. Some people watched it twice. I watched it once. And I gotta tell you, nothing's changed with Biden. So my cat's coming. Nothing's changed with Biden. If you want to look at the two candidates, let's just start at the top. Biden doesn't have really any policies that he can stand by and elaborate on and promise. Biden talked about one, but I gotta tell you, he is just a lot of talk. Just a lot of talk, not direct policies, not a lot of substance. And he wouldn't answer questions regarding his son getting $3.5 million from Russia, regarding prostitution and trafficking. He wouldn't talk about packing the court and adding other countries to become our country. Not only to pack the court, so they can really infiltrate and take over. He didn't want to talk about that, the future with that. And Biden couldn't even come out and say that the police stand behind him. He couldn't do that because he's not only anti-police, they want to abolish the police. Not only have they incited violence, and violence has been tearing up this country left and right, fires, murders, attacking people and businesses. It's also Biden who, they falsely accused our president of insulting fallen soldiers, standing over a grave of a fallen soldier and insulting him. And the very things these people do, they've done it or they're doing. And there is a clear video of Biden insulting the very military he's speaking in front of, called them bastards. Is it stupid bastards or something, or dumb bastards or something like that? And when Biden, when I saw that, it was obvious to me that he was on something, because he just was a little too full of himself. Some people, when they're passionate about something, or they've been victimized, and they're upset about something, and they see other people going through it, and you're passionate about that, that's one thing. And you got an opinion about that, which you deserve to have an opinion about that, because you've been temporarily handicapped and you've lost everything from things, certain things have happened to you because of communism going on in the country right now. That's one thing. But when you have all full of this bravado and bull crap, and you call them stupid bastards or bastards, some kind of bastards, and it's on video, and the mainstream media downplays Biden. It's incredible how much they downplay his ridiculousness, his stupidity, and his inability to carry out a campaign. So also Biden kept filling in a question by saying, go vote, we gotta stand strong, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go marching and we're gonna go. buy some Milky Ways and we're gonna have this dream. No, he just goes on this like rant, this little story fantasy rant, and there's no policy, there's no what he's gonna be doing, what he plans on doing, what he's done for the country, what he did as senator. There's nothing. And then he called our president stupid, shut up, stupid. And then you got Wallace. I'm so glad they took him out. Who is there to spoon feed Biden's arguments either to Biden or he just comes out and starts debating our president. Because he's a Biden voter. He's probably a pedophile. And made me sick. I'm so glad he's not going to be debating. He's not going to be in the next debate as a monitor. And, you know, certain things our president was attacked on. So as far as the COVID's concerned, let's rewind this. Number one, they were trying to impeach our president under false pretenses and false accusations. Plus, he still had to run the country. Plus, they were attacking him left and right for everything else. So our president, as soon as he found out COVID was a problem, he acted on it. Meanwhile, COVID was brought from communist China by the very people who are supporting and backing Biden in this campaign, and the very people who are going to take over this country once Biden wins. Number one. Number two, the Democrats don't give a crap about COVID. What Democrats? All Democrats. Ted Wheeler, Cuomo, Newsom, all these left radical Democrat ran states, these mayors, these governors, they don't care. They allowed their paid Antifa to go in there and wreck their city, tear it up with fires and violence, shooting police, killing businesses, and also spreading coronavirus. The numbers are up, not because of Trump. It's because we got left pieces, crazy radical terrorists ran states, left radical, allowing Antifa to be spread. Allowing to COVID to be spread with all these Antifa attacks, gang stalking, gang attacks, gang fires, police murderers, citizen murderers, destroying buildings. When we have hundreds of people attacking a city and making autonomous zones and traveling from one state to another to go start the next organized terrorist attack, which they call friendly protesting. That's how sick these Democrats are. And then when they're actually lighting fires, they have the nerve to say, this is a peaceful protest. What you're looking at is not actually what you're seeing. This is how sick these Democrats are. So I wish I could have, and you have to remember, it's always easier when we're the onlooker, it's always easier for us to remember these things because we're not under the pressure that our president is under or could be under. But I don't know if he's allowed to say the facts. China, communist China, Biden's partner in crime, Biden's team brought the COVID in. Our president has had PPE, he's had testings, he's given every piece of equipment necessary to tackle this COVID. So in the beginning, even if our president did say it was a hoax, nobody knew what it was. Nobody had any. It was brand new. And right after that, when President Trump took the reins and he started taking care of our country, then you got people in the media saying, "Oh, it's not that serious," like Chris Cuomo on CNN. You know, you have different media outlets downplaying it. So, you know, it's always some BS with the Democrats. So as far as COVID's concerned, our president was Superman and took care of it. And the reason the numbers are up in certain areas is because of our left radical ran states that are funding Antifa to wage war on our own citizens. When you got all those people doing that, you're going to be spreading the virus. It's so funny. It's so funny how they conveniently blame our president for everything. So I wish the president could have said that to him. And also how Biden wants to incite violence so bad that they're going to destroy our police, and our police have been getting murdered. Because Biden couldn't even say that the police stand behind him and back him. There's no agency that does. Because the cops got the 411. The cops got the 411. They know. And Wallace arguing, being disrespectful to our president. No moderator should be disrespectful to our president. He was completely out of line. You know, he wanted to make it about him. I'm the one that's going to help Biden. I'm the one that's going to get us through this, guys. Team Democrat radical crazies. I'm going to do it. Me, Chris Wallace. No, you're not. You got shut down. You know, when he came out and said, "Oh, well, you know, I really put a lot of time into this, being a moderator for this debate, and it was almost like I put 100," or he said, like, it was like baking a cake. I put all this time into it. And listen, so sad, too bad, woulda, coulda, shoulda. When you sit there and you're disrespectful to our president, and you're biased because you want the Democrats to have an upper hand in this debate, and you take part in the debate, arguing in the debate, overstepping your boundaries, you're not coming back, Chris Wallace. You're not coming back. So say goodbye to that cake. You really cared about that cake? You didn't care. You didn't give a damn. It's too bad. So President Trump never avoided a question about races. Our president has done more for the black community. He's had funding in the millions for small businesses. He has special programs and schooling for black communities so they can rise above the Democrats all these years, going into their towns, being nice, smiling in their face for votes, and then leaving and completely forgetting about the black community. Our president has done so much. And this whole thing with the Proud Boys, our president isn't enticing violence in any way, shape, or form. And when you're dealing with Dumb and Dumber, Chris Wallace, dumb, and Biden, dumber, I have to say, our president held it together. I didn't even see our president hydrating, drinking water, and I kind of got nervous. He needs to be he needs to have a glass of water with some ice in it or something he likes to drink while he's debating. When you got to deal with stupid all the time, Biden, and then you got stupider Wallace, being unprofessional and being a busybody and being a little bully, because he got to clean up the mess and he has to spoon feed facts to Biden because Biden's a terrorist and he has his agenda is not to be president but to be a terrorist and a communist. Shame on you, Wallace. Shame on you. I'm glad they got you out. Yanked you out. Yanked you out just like that. Deservingly. Maybe you should go back home and work on another cake. Right? Work on another cake. You were a disgusting disappointment. You were, trying to steal the show. And they're like, people are like, this is such a mess. It's a mess because you got Dumb and Dumber trying to save each other when there's supposed to be a moderator and two debaters. And our president has every right to shout out Biden. If he wants to shout at Biden, because Biden just doesn't answer questions. And then Biden will start going on this little tangent. And when President Trump's trying to make him own up to him avoiding questions, like with the police and his son getting money from Russia, these illegal shady transactions. And what are you gonna do? Are you gonna pack the court? What's your plan? Biden's like, don't worry about what I'm gonna do, just go and vote. That's Biden. And then Biden has the nerve to attack our president and say our president insulted fallen soldiers. No, he never did. He never did insult fallen soldiers. You publicly insulted the military standing in front of him at a podium because you must have had some drugs, maybe some cocaine. Whatever you take. Our president held it together for having to deal with those two idiots. Wallace, you think you're so smart and so cool. You just made a jackass out of yourself. You made a complete jackass. And when you act like that, you just not only embarrassed yourself, but America sees your agenda and how far you'll go to fraud our president during his own debate and gang up on him and bully him and you're just you're way out of bounds. So as far as I'm concerned, our president didn't say anything he's never said before, and our president has a track record of things he's done for the black community. Even in November of 2019, he had set up funding for businesses and programs and choice, so people can pick the schools they want to go to. They don't have to go to a school where there's bad education and the kids aren't being taught correctly. And our president's always going to be getting ambushed in the media. And the people see through this. And you know what we do? We call it out. Because if we want to really level it out, Biden has done nothing for the black community. Biden wants to abolish the police department, and they're murdering them in the process. Because once Biden wins, they're really going to be murdering those police. When they say abolish, they literally mean abolish, guys. Their little Antifa, terrorist Antifa, is going to be going after everyone at a drop of a hat if they want. And police are going to be definitely one of them. Biden was all bark, like a little chihuahua. No bite. I can't really say it was a total wreck, because it may have been a wreck for Wallace because he acted like a jack and inappropriately and didn't stay within bounds and was trying to help Biden and the terrorist Democratic Radical Party. But he was disrespectful to President Trump. And President Trump I think our president did good under those conditions, because they're trying to cheat him out of his election. Not only that, they're trying to steal the election from him. When they're not trying to make him look bad during a debate, they're trying to steal the election with ballots. So I have to tell you, President Trump was dealing with two idiots, and he did the best he could. And he has to deal with these insults from Biden, because Biden doesn't have any substance. I honestly, if it was me, I don't know. I think Trump did a good job. Now, overall, was it the most perfect debate? No, because you got Dumb and Dumber helping each other, debating at our president, and then Wallace trying to shut him down. So, Wallace, you're done. You're done. And you did it to yourself. I don't feel bad for you. And so that's my take on the election. This new individual who's coming in, I forgot his name, but they say he used to have breakfast with Biden. So again, they're going to be trying to sneak in another person to help Biden during this debate, without it make it seemingly as such. So, if the same shenanigans go on, or similar to what happened in the first debate, they need to switch up their little lineup for moderators, because that means two people from Biden's party are out, striked out. And it should be time for someone else to jump on board. Now, I'm not sure how many debates there are. If there's a debate that follows that, let's get someone else who is a Republican. What is this next guy that's going to come in and be a moderator? Is he going to change Biden's diaper? His Depends? If Biden loses it on stage? All right, guys. Wallace, I hope you learned your lesson. And I feel sorry for the mainstream media when President Trump wins this. And if you guys think you're going to cheat our president out of a debate and not get called out, Wallace, Biden, and all you people helping to steal this election, listen, Republicans, we're gonna fight with the power of Jesus Christ, with the Lord. We're not gonna allow our president to be cheated and for this election to be stolen out from under him. We're gonna keep an eye on everything. Okay, guys. Our president is up against the law. And I used to get worried that he would just throw in the towel and go. And as far as I know, he's not. Thank God. Okay, guys. I'll see you on the next video. And be good to each other. And let's keep an eye on these Democrats, these left radicals. I hope I didn't leave anything out from the debate. All right, guys. Good night.